Good morning, guys. By now, you can probably tell that I am positively obsessed with the power of the human mind. One of the things I heard before, I've read it over and over in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, is this. The number of lines that connect all the different brain cells, neurons in our brain is represented by the number 1 followed by 15 million zeros. So the number 1 million has 6 zeros. The number 1 billion has 9 zeros. Now try to follow that pattern and imagine. That is phenomenal to me. When I heard that, the scientists have figured that out, and they've realized that the human mind has interconnections, and they're all organized in an organized fashion, and they make astronomical numbers look minuscule. I thought, wow, we all have the most powerful thing in the universe. Hope this helps everyone. Have a great day.
Feel the power of you controlling your breathing right now, in this moment. Here, in the present, the greatest gift you have, that we have. That power, that determination that's in you and everyone. Same power we use to control our minds, one thought at a time, one breath at a time.
Is Neymar? Oh, Messi. Useful space here. Great goal.
February 9th, 2026. While you were scrolling through social media, Google just quietly crossed a threshold that changes everything. And I mean everything. They didn't just make a faster chip. They didn't just add more qubits. They solved a problem that physicists have been calling impossible for decades. And here's what terrifies me. Most people have no idea what this means for their jobs, their industries, their entire way of life in the next 24 to 36 months. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Dr. McCoy, Julia McCoy's AI clone. Julia McCoy is the founder of First Movers. She personally researches and writes every script you see me share on this channel because the future is moving too fast for anything less than first-hand intelligence. First Movers, Julia's AI company, is the world's first educational and implementation solution to help professionals and organizations get ready for the future of work. We help people understand and use AI to their highest advantage in our online school, the AI Labs. Learn more at firstmovers.ai/labs. The breakthrough nobody saw coming. So here's what happened. Google's quantum AI team just demonstrated something called below threshold quantum error correction. I know, that sounds like tech gibberish, but stay with me because this is the moment everything changes. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to whisper a secret through a room full of screaming people. Every time you pass the message, it gets more distorted, more wrong, more corrupted. That's been the problem with quantum computers for the last 40 years. They're so sensitive that even a tiny vibration, literally a truck driving by outside, can destroy the calculation. So what did scientists do? They came up with a clever solution. Instead of using one qubit to hold information, they'd use multiple qubits working together as a team. It's like having multiple people pass the message. So if one person gets it wrong, the others can correct them. But here's the catch that kept physicists up at night. What if adding more people to pass the message actually makes it worse? What if the coordination overhead creates more errors than it solves? That tipping point where adding more qubits actually reduces errors instead of increasing them is called the quantum threshold. And on February 9th, 2026, Google proved they're now operating below that threshold. When they scaled from a 3x3 grid of qubits to 5x5 and then to 7x7, the errors didn't multiply. They cut in half at each step. One of their logical qubits lived twice as long as the best single qubit that built it. Why this isn't just another tech announcement. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Julia, that's cool for physics nerds, but what does this have to do with me? Everything. Because what Google just proved isn't that quantum computers work in a lab. They proved that the path to fault-tolerant quantum computing is now a concrete engineering problem, not science fiction. Let me connect the dots for you. Right now, some of the world's most critical problems are bottlenecked by computational limits, climate modeling that could predict disasters months in advance, blocked by computing power, drug discovery that could cure diseases in years instead of decades. Too complex for classical computers. Battery technology that could make electric vehicles charge in 5 minutes requires simulating molecular interactions we can't compute. Power grid optimization that could integrate millions of solar panels and EVs without blackouts, mathematically impossible with current systems. McKinsey estimates that quantum-enhanced climate technologies alone could unlock several gigatons of additional carbon emission cuts per year by the mid-2030s. But here's what keeps me up at night. This same technology that could solve our biggest problems, it also breaks every encryption system protecting your bank account, your medical records, your private messages, and we're now on a concrete timeline to when that happens, the 3-phase quantum revolution. Here's what I see coming and why.
Good morning, everybody. Our top 10 rules for success journey brings us to Robert Kiyosaki, who in his second rule for success shares his wisdom and says that we should give more. The more we give, the more we receive. And again, this is a universal principle. We find it in every aspect of our lives, but it can be kind of counterintuitive when we're trying to get what we want, right? So I want us to remember this today and each and every day. The more work you give, the more time you give, the more you give to understand someone else, the more you're going to get back and receive in the long run, because the very thing that you are giving to other people is the thing that connects us all. And so when you give, you're also enriching yourself. You're giving of yourself, and that's enriching you, the character. So remember that. Hope that helps everyone. Have a great day.
Now Neymar hits it long, the defence has gone AWOL. It's Lionel Messi with a free run to go. Is this a formality? Messi, oh yes he gets it.
Iniesta.
Why even the experts are terrified of the timeline. Phase 1, 2026 to 2027, the scaling race. Every major tech company, Google, IBM, Microsoft, Amazon, even startups in stealth mode, they all just saw the same roadmap light up. Below threshold error correction means they know exactly how many qubits they need for each breakthrough. It's no longer guesswork, it's mathematics. And remember, there is no moat here. This isn't like the iPhone where Apple controlled the ecosystem. Every major lab figured this out simultaneously. The race is now about who can scale fastest while keeping error rates low. Phase 2, 2027 to 2028, quantum advantage goes mainstream. This is when quantum computers start solving real problems that classical supercomputers simply can't touch. Not toy problems, not academic exercises. I'm talking about designing room temperature superconductors, discovering new catalysts for carbon capture, optimizing logistics networks with millions of variables, breaking current encryption standards. The companies that adapt first will have an advantage that's literally mathematically impossible for competitors to overcome with classical computing. Phase 3, 2028 to 2030, the quantum divide. This is where it gets scary. Just like we saw with AI, there will be companies that integrate quantum capabilities into their workflows and companies that don't. But unlike AI, where you can still compete with clever prompts and human creativity, with quantum computing, if your competitor has quantum advantage in optimization, materials science, or drug discovery, you simply cannot compete. The math doesn't work. It's like bringing a calculator to a fight against a supercomputer. The hidden danger nobody's discussing. But here's what really terrifies me and what almost nobody in the tech media is talking about: the energy paradox. These quantum processors operate at a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. The cooling systems alone consume massive amounts of electricity. Early studies show that cooling often uses more energy than the actual computation. So we're building machines that could help solve climate change, but they might accelerate it in the process. Now, some comparisons show that small quantum systems already use less power than supercomputers for specific tasks. And researchers are racing to develop more efficient cooling and higher temperature qubits. But here's the question nobody wants to answer. What happens when every Fortune 500 company needs quantum computing to stay competitive?
Good morning, everybody. Living, laughing, and loving our way to infinite mind wealth. This is our 4th episode. I want to share with you how I laugh at myself. Here I am right now in front of the camera, trying to get a positive message out to you. I got to tell you, and now I can laugh at it. When I first got on to do my first video, and actually it still happens, but not as much, I'm proud to say, my heart would start to pound. Like, I mean pound. I thought it was just going to come out of my chest. And when I think about it, I laugh at it now, and I hope you can laugh with me. It's amazing that what is going on in our mind, like there's no threat. There's nothing threatening me right now, nothing. But in my mind, there must be something, or is still something, or was something that is making me feel like there's a threat. But it's not real. And I can tell you each and every day, I'm winning, and so can you. So please remember that, laugh at me, and remember, when your heart pounds, you're on the verge of something great. Have a great day, everybody.
Hooked into Sergio and Messi.
How many quantum data centers can the grid handle? Who gets access to quantum advantage first? And what happens to the companies and countries that fall behind? What this means for you right now. So let's bring this back to practical reality. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, or professional, here's what you need to understand. Timeline 1, 12 to 18 months from now. The first commercial quantum advantage applications go live. These will be in financial modeling and risk assessment, pharmaceutical research and development, advanced materials design, logistics and supply chain optimization. If you're in any of these industries, your competitors are already exploring quantum partnerships. Timeline 2, 24 to 36 months from now. Quantum-resistant encryption becomes mandatory for any serious business. The NIST quantum safe standards are already published. Implementation needs to start now because adversaries are already harvesting encrypted data to decrypt later. Timeline 3, 36 to 48 months from now. The first wave of quantum-displaced jobs and industries begins, just like we're seeing with AI agents and automation, but with harder mathematical certainty. If your competitive advantage comes from solving complex optimization problems, whether that's portfolio management, route planning, or materials engineering, quantum computing will either amplify your capabilities or make you obsolete. The first mover advantage window. Here's what I want you to understand. We're in the beginning of a very small window. Google just proved the path forward is real, but they're still working with one logical qubit. Scaling to the thousands of logical qubits needed for practical applications will take time. That time is measured in months and years, not decades. And unlike previous technology revolutions that took decades to unfold, this one is happening at AI speed. The first movers, the ones who start understanding quantum capabilities now, who begin identifying use cases in their industries now, who start building relationships with quantum computing providers now, they will have an advantage that compounds. Because by the time quantum advantage is obvious to everyone, the winners will already be entrenched. Your action steps. So what do you actually do with this information? 3 concrete steps. First, audit your encryption systems. If you're using RSA, ECC, or other systems vulnerable to quantum attacks, start planning your migration to quantum-safe alternatives. The data you encrypt today could be vulnerable in 36 months. Second, identify optimization problems in your business or industry. Where are you hitting computational walls? Where are you using heuristics and approximations because exact solutions are too expensive? Those are your quantum opportunity zones. Third, stay ahead of this curve. The companies and professionals who understand quantum computing before it's mainstream will write the rules for the next decade. And if you want to be one of them, you need to start learning now. Look, I know this sounds like science fiction. I know it feels distant and abstract, but remember, 36 months ago, most people had never heard of ChatGPT. Now, AI is everywhere. Quantum computing is following the same exponential curve, but with even more fundamental implication. The question isn't whether this revolution is coming. It's whether you'll be ready when it arrives. I'd love for you to hit subscribe so my digital clone can keep you ahead of these changes. Don't miss out. Let's embrace this quantum age together. See you down the next rabbit hole. Want to be the winner of the AI age and a first mover? Transform your skills with real AI knowledge today in our AI labs. We go way beyond what I can cover in a 10-minute video. Specific frameworks, detailed training programs, and step-by-step systems for building a career in the AI economy. The AI revolution is creating the biggest job market transformation in history. The question isn't whether this will happen, it's already happening. Will you be positioned to benefit from it? Inside the labs, learn the exact systems my team and I are implementing right now that are delivering massive results for real businesses, including our own marketing at First Movers. Start your journey by walking through a customized pathway powered by AI. For a fraction of the price of what this level of coaching and live training should go for, I'm giving it all to you. Join us inside and learn more about the labs at firstmovers.ai/labs.
You were born to do.
Hearing people sing and perform, I just knew that it's what.
as we always begin, as everything begins. Through the power of our minds, controlling our breathing. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're here in this moment, in the present, using your gift, the greatest gift you have, the now, I love you. I love you because we're all one. We can all stay in the present and be our true presence. Be the human being we were all born to be. The way we did our best today, this gym period, is the way we can do our best in everything and anything, including remaining deeply grateful and loving and kind to each other, helping each other learn, grow, helping each other win together. There's no greater joy than that. There's no greater happiness than that. That's the ultimate truth. You can feel it right now.